Most people think savings only grows when you have extra money, but that's the lie that keeps people stuck. Because real savings usually doesn't start with a big check. It starts with one small habit, just $50 a week. That may not sound like much, but over time it becomes proof that you're finally keeping something instead of spending everything. And for a lot of people, that quiet little rule can be the difference between always feeling behind and finally feeling safe. Let's be honest. Most people do not fail to save because they are careless. They fail to save because life is expensive, tiring, and constantly urgent. Something always needs attention. The rent, the groceries, the gas, the medicine, the car, the grandkids, the phone bill, the little surprise expense that always seems to show up right when you are about to catch your breath. So when people hear advice like, just save more money, it can almost feel insulting, because in real life, it is not that simple. But here is what is simple: the $50 rule. The rule is this: every week, move $50 into savings before life gets the chance to spend it for you. That's it. No waiting until the end of the month to see what is left, because for most people, nothing is ever left. No hoping you will try harder next time. No saving only when you feel extra disciplined. Just one rule, one amount, one habit. $50 a week. And that may not sound life-changing at first. That is exactly why it works. Because people often underestimate small numbers. They think $50 is too small to matter, while ignoring how powerful small things become when they repeat. $50 a week becomes $200 in a month. It becomes $600 in about 3 months. It becomes over $1,000 before the year feels old. And by the time 12 months pass, that little habit can grow into $2,600. Now stop and think about that. For some people, $2,600 is the difference between panic and breathing room. That is a car repair without a credit card. That is help with a medical bill. That is the start of an emergency fund. That is the first time in a long time you do not feel completely exposed. And maybe the most powerful part isn't even the number. It's the message that number sends to your mind. Because every time you save that $50, you're telling yourself, I am not just surviving this week. I am protecting next month. I am protecting future me. That changes a person. A lot of people think savings is for people who make more money than they do, but that is not always true. Sometimes savings belongs to the person who stops waiting for a perfect amount and starts honoring a consistent one. That is why the $50 rule matters. It does not ask you to be wealthy, it asks you to be intentional. Now let's talk about why this rule works so well. First, it works because it is clear. Most people struggle with money because their plan is too vague. I'll save what I can. I'll put something aside next time. I'll start after this bill. I'll do better next month. That sounds good, but vague plans disappear fast. A clear rule is harder to argue with. $50 every week, no long debate, no emotional bargaining, no trying to reinvent the plan every few days. Second, it works because it is small enough to repeat. That matters. A lot of people try to save in ways that sound impressive but don't last. They save $400 one week, then nothing for the next 2 months. They get excited, go too hard, feel squeezed, then quit. But a habit that survives is better than a burst that dies. That is what people forget.
Money is not only about effort, it is about rhythm. And $50 has rhythm. It is small enough for many people to manage with a few adjustments: eating out one less time, skipping a random impulse buy, saying no to a few unnecessary extras, cutting back in 1 or 2 quiet places nobody else even sees. And over time, those small choices stop feeling painful. They start feeling powerful. Third, it works because it teaches you to pay yourself first. That is one of the most important lessons in personal finance. Most people let everyone else get paid first. The store gets paid, the apps get paid, the subscriptions get paid, the cravings get paid, the boredom gets paid, The convenience gets paid, and then they look at what remains and call that their savings plan. But that is backwards. The $50 rule flips that around. Before the week scatters your money in 10 directions, you quietly claim a piece for yourself. That small act may look ordinary, but emotionally it's huge, because it says, my future deserves to be in the room too. Now, let's be real. Some people listening will say, I do not have an extra $50 every week. And for some people, that is true right now. So let me say this clearly. The real power is not in the number alone. It's in the habit. If you truly cannot start with 50, start with 25. Start with 15. Start with 10. But keep the spirit of the rule. Save on purpose. Save first. Save consistently. Then, when life gives you more room, raise it. Because the deeper lesson here is not just how to save money, it's how to become a person who keeps some. That's a different life. And if you can do 50, don't underestimate what it can become. A lot of people spend more than $50 in a week on things they'll barely remember by next month. Random snacks, small impulse orders, delivery fees, stuff bought out of stress, stuff bought out of boredom, stuff bought because it was just this once. That's what makes the $50 rule so honest. It forces you to face a simple question. Do I want another disappearing purchase, or do I want proof that I'm finally building something? Because savings is not just about money sitting in an account. Savings is proof of self-respect. Savings is proof of restraint. Savings is proof that you are learning how to think beyond today. And for older people especially, that matters deeply. At some point, the goal is not to look rich, it's to feel safer, calmer, less dependent on luck, less one emergency away from stress. That's where this rule becomes emotional. Because a savings habit doesn't just change your bank account, it changes how you walk through life. You stop feeling quite so fragile. You stop feeling like every surprise is a disaster. You stop feeling like money always has the final word. Little by little, your savings becomes a form of dignity. And once the habit is in place, you can build on it. That same $50 rule can turn into an emergency fund, a holiday fund, a car repair fund, a medical cushion, a travel fund, a leave me alone, I'm not panicking this time fund. That's the beauty of it. It starts small, but it doesn't stay small. And here's one more reason this rule works. It's quiet. Nobody claps when you move $50 to savings. Nobody sees it. Nobody praises it on social media. It's not flashy. It's not exciting. It doesn't make you look important, but it makes you stronger. And that's the kind of progress that lasts. A lot of the best financial moves are boring while you're doing them. They only look powerful later. So if you've been waiting for the right time to save, maybe this is your sign to stop waiting. Not next year, not after everything is perfect, not after life gets less expensive. Start with a number that respects reality, but still moves your life forward. And if that number can be 50, let it be 50. Because a year from now, you're not going to care that it looked small in the beginning. You're going to care that you finally started.